All right, guys, tell us who you are, where you're from.
I'm Gary Liberty, and this is my son Seth Liberty.
Hi there.
Lake City, Florida.
Met you guys last night at the block party, I guess what they called that thing. The takeover is what it felt like. We just brought 300 plus cars in there and just jam-packed full of cool hot rods.
It was sweet.
It was awesome.
Well, what really drew me to the truck was obviously I figured father-son team. I love patina. That's my kind of my jam. And then I have a first-gen C10 truck myself, so obviously started looking at this. But what really got me going was the sound. So I want to know like how you guys ended up with this truck.
Oh man, yeah.
What the power plant is, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so let's see, Dad, tell us how you ended up with this truck.
So we found the truck driving through town. It was in Lake City, and just that's where we're from. And the guy had it for sale right there at a barbecue joint in town, and pulled over, got the number, called him, and it's a lot different from what it is now to what it was. So, but so that's how we came across the truck and thought it would be a great way to get started getting into the hot rod scene.
Yeah.
So that's how we got the truck.
So was it patina like this, or did you guys kind of create some of that?
It was actually patinaed like this. My son had an idea of just clear coating it, and but what you see is kind of what it was when we picked it up. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Seth, tell us about this power plant in this thing. What power is this?
So the power plant that we have in here is a 468 Big Block. It's got Wiseco forged pistons. It's got stock crankshaft, stock rods, but for the displacement, it puts out a lot of torque. It's got poured and polished heads, factory Big Block heads. It's got a high-rise dual-plane manifold, carbureted. It puts out the power we need, and it's a lot of fun.
The question I have, though, is will it do a burnout?
Yes, it will do a burnout.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely will.
Do a big
That's
burnout.
what it was built for. Well, what transmission's behind it?
The transmission that we're running is a Turbo 400. Backed up behind that is a Gear Vendor's Overdrive. So it helps us with drivability and cruising on the highways. So it's a great power plant. Puts the power that we need. So yeah.
That's cool. Well, talk to me about how you got it this low.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's got the control arms, CPP control arms. Believe it or not, it's got the stock springs still in the front. We're working on that. So that's the next move. But yeah, so the back's QA1'd. It had stock suspension when we first picked it up. So we QA1 the back half, and it just changed the ride completely.
So QA1 set up. Now these Chevrolet was torque arm or not torque arm?
It's got the control arms, trailing arms.
Trailing arm. There we go.
And with a 12 bolt. So we changed that out. Now it's got a narrowed 9-inch. And the thing that I liked about it was, I haven't seen. I'm sure they're out there. Is a 9-inch underneath a step side, because we wanted to go wider.
Yeah.
And so the only way to do that was to narrow it up. But yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Love it now.
So talk to me about the wheel choice here on it, and how you got the caps to match these big wheels.
So the wheel choice that we went with, we're old school. We like the smoothie wheels, the Steelies. So we found the company out of Detroit, Michigan, Detroit Steel Wheels. So they hooked us up with a set of these wheels. They're 20-inch front and rear. They're 8.5s up front and 12s in the rear. So we got some fat tires in the rear, so it lays some rubber down for sure. But yeah, we wanted to keep the truck looking kind of original looking, but low, have that style look to it. So just that farm truck look is what we like. And
the best part is working on it together.
Oh yeah.
We're just now getting into the hot rod scene, and I'm 46, he's 14. He looks older, but he's just together. I mean, this was our creation.
Yeah.
So.
How cool. Show me the interior, guys.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
So the interior that we have in here is original bench seat. It's been recovered, new upholstery and everything, new carpet. It's got a low car shifter in it. We're running autometer gauges. We got a wooden steering wheel, custom made. So yeah, pretty basic, but very comfortable. And
well, what I love is like the way the truck looks on the outside. Folks would kind of assume it's going to be maybe a little not as nice inside, but like you open the door, carpet looks great, seat looks great.
Oh yeah.
All the stuff is there. And what's really cool about that is like I don't know what it is about these doors, but when you put your arm out the window, it's like the perfect
It's made for
height.
it.
Yeah, it's made
Yes.
to have your arm
Yes.
out the window. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, walk us through what you got in the bed, because I see the toolboxes. That's pretty cool. I love the look of that. I love the
That was
bed
your idea,
floor
so.
and the license plates.
Yep, so this is just something I came up with. At the time when we built the truck, we were heading to a truck show, and me and my dad, we were out in the shop late night, and we were like, man, we got to throw something together to cover up these tubs. So I came up with the idea, and I looked around, I found some old license plates laying around, had some old toolboxes, and kind of put it together, and had some tool storage, so yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
That is awesome. Well, I see there's Instagram on the back window. Where can people follow you for this?
You can follow us at My Tootsie Rolls 66 on Instagram.
Okay, so where did the name come from for this truck?
So we sat down, we were trying to come up with a name for it, and as a family, we're like, it's brown, it's lumpy, and it's sweet, so it's My Tootsie Roll.
Our goal here is to improve the truck. There's always room for improvements, so follow us there. We're gonna have tons of great videos for y'all to see.
You guys are on Sick Ward this year,
Yes.
but I think last night talking at the block party, there's maybe a plan for Sick Week next year. Right?
There is.
Yes.
I don't want to say too much, but you definitely will find us here next year.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate you guys taking the time last night and today.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you.
opportunity.